Hi guys. So this is what's good for Killer Sally on Netflix. Now, this is one where I kept seeing it, didn't know if I'd watch it, just because, and it's never like the cover that bothers me, but when reading it, it was, it's about essentially a bodybuilder. Her name is Sally, and she murdered her husband and Ray. And for me, it kind of, I wouldn't say skimming through the trailer, but like Netflix will start playing the trailer. I just didn't know if I'd get into it. I'm like, I just don't know. And I don't know if that's because of the bodybuilder perspective. I don't know. I don't know. Like for a minute, I was like, yeah, maybe. I don't know yet. But then I realized, like, a couple days ago, I was like, you know what? I'll give her a shot. I'm like, I was like, if I don't like it, I can always change it to something else. I can always just take it off my list and, we'll go on to something else. And I'm glad I watched it because I think it is very well done. I think the people that they have involved, I would almost say a wide array. And a lot of documentaries do that. They get friends involved, any family they may have, the lawyers, defense, prosecution, people who know a lot about this, I wouldn't say industry, but people who may know, how maybe the trial works, how, maybe with PR. You have some people within the industry who know a lot. And that's something I like. You get kind of all angles of it, saying, hey, this is how I knew this person, this is how I knew that person. And then you kind of, I wouldn't say get to make that decision, but with everything that you're kind of presented with, you can then kind of determine how you feel about it, And essentially, they give you, I would say, the background. A lot of it is, on Sally, kind of giving you the background in regards to her family, her, I would say, career, because she was in the military, so her career, how she got into bodybuilding, how she met Ray's background, and then you get into, I would kind of say, the incident, and the trial. And I think with this particular case, this is very much one where you could, you have your evidence and you also have, I wouldn't say the testimony, but there is the case of, domestic abuse, domestic violence in the home. And I think it really not paints a picture, but we don't see, at least for me, I haven't seen a ton of documentaries talking a lot about that, where, and they mention a few within the documentary very similar to this, where women were being tried for, putting it frankly, axing their husband and, or, significant other, what have you. And, in some of these cases, a lot of the terminology was new. A lot of these things that maybe we know of more so today weren't known of then. And so that is where it becomes, I would say, a gray area, but you have to look at everything you have as well as this new information and then kind of make the decision based on that. And so I think it's just a really interesting case given everything you have, because is it based on one thing or is it based on this? And it's kind of a sad story. And I wouldn't say I couldn't stop watching it, but I think it's just really well done. I think it really, I wouldn't say sends a message out there, but I think it really showcases even how today sometimes even this subject still is very much gray, because it's sometimes very hard to say, is it this? Is it not this? So I say give her a watch. You want something new. I wouldn't say learn something new, but if you want a case you don't know too much about, get some extra information too in regards to, I would even say background, as to not just the situation, but kind of what, domestic abuse, domestic violence, and cases similar to it, and, how everything kind of plays out, and kind of the, I wouldn't even say mindset, but just like the psychology behind it all. I think it's really interesting, and I just think it paints a picture for what others may be going through as well. So I highly recommend it. You want to give it a shot, give her a watch. I'm not going to force you. Never going to force you. But if you have watched it, feel free to leave your thoughts down below, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.